Uh, okay, so Gia, for this one, I'm going to use the same question what I wrote there. The question was what? Y equals to 2x plus 1. Intercept method is that very simple. You just let, I'm saying you let x equals to 0, and then you let y equals to 0. So to put x 0 instead of x first, then say so. Y equals to 2 times 0 plus 1 to find value of y when you have x equals to 0. Here is going to be 0, then y is going to be 1. So before I pass to the second one here, I'm going to write my point in case to not confuse it. I'm going to tell you the confusion here too. For this point, for this point, I got 0 to 0 to 1. Okay, and then here, look, I'm saying again, find your point when you put 0 there, write it there down first, then pass to here. I'm going to tell you the confusion now. This means you put a 0 and then say 2x plus 1. You see, in the math, algebra and geometry connect to each other. Now, what you see there? Linear equation. What I explained to you, you leave the unknown alone because I need to find the x here, the unknown is here. This to there, remember, I use inverse order of both mass. I send addition subtraction to the other side. Other side can be right or left side, depends on where you have the unknown. Like here I have on the right side, you send the number to left side. You use inverse order first, inverse order of both mass, you send addition subtraction to the other side first by using inverse operation. Addition subtraction, addition will be subtraction here, negative 1. So basically, you write there like this 0 minus 1, you get negative 1 equals to 2x. And then 2 to there is division. You basically could say over 2 over 2 for both. Because over a number and dividing by a number is the same thing. I think we don't simplify. But I got y equals to, I mean, x equals to negative 1 over 2. Now, I got here another point, which is going to be x value negative 1 over 2 and y value 0. You see, if you do not put those values, this point, this and this, after finishing the operation that you done here, you know the common mistake students, they do like this. They say so. If they don't write this point here and this point here, they find here y, they find here x. Then they say, okay, my point is negative 1 over 2 to 1. They say so. Common mistake. What is the other point? You got 2 points there, but you wrote a 1 point. Because at the end of this operation, you didn't write your point, and at the end of this, you didn't write your point, then you confuse it. You see, to draw any graph, you need to have at least 2 points, at least. With one point, there is some exceptions. I'm going to show you there already in some questions. Except those ones, you need to have 2 points. Except some exception, I'm going to show you. See, did you see common mistake? Students, they put the x is negative 1 and y is 1. No. See, 0 to 1, negative 1 over 2 to 0. Just don't confuse them. Then you draw your shape, draw your graph map. That will be something like this. Look, you are going to see it's going to be exactly the same of the other one that I drew it in the previous question, I mean method. That, let's put negative 1 here. So you can put any one first. Let's put this first, 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is going to be here, 0 to 1. Yeah, 1. And the other point, negative 1 over 2 to 0, which is going to be just here. Negative 1 over 2. The last step, you combine to each other. Finish it. Combine to each other. That's it. That's going to be y equals to 2x plus 1. This graph and the previous graph is exactly the same because I use the same equation. Now you are going to tell me which one you prefer to use. See, some teachers, they ask you in the questions, draw the following graph by intercept method and by table method separately. But for me, if I would ask you, I wouldn't say by intercept method or by table method. I would just say draw it, and I would leave students to choose that thing, the method, either intercept or the table method. I would leave the students to choose. I'm showing you both of them. You should know both of them in case if they indicate there the method. If they indicate the method there, let's say if they say intercept method and you found it by the table method, they may not accept it. You may get 0 from that question. It is up to the teacher. So basically, you will need to know both of them. Now, if you ask me which one is easier, I prefer for 80% of questions, intercept method. For 20% of questions, table method. That's what I prefer to do. Basically, for me, generally, intercept method is easy because you do not do too much operation. You just put the x 0, find the y value, 1 point, and then you say y 0 to find the value of x, then find the point, place them on the coordinate system. Nothing else. That's why I found easier than table method for lots of questions. Okay, Gia, what do you say? Which one is easier for you? Table method or intercept method? You right, you're typing it. While you're typing, table method. All right, no problem. You choose it. For some students, that is easy. For some students, that is easy. For me, intercept is much easier. But I'm repeating, you need to know both of them. Huh? The teachers will ask you. They specify it even. Okay, graph of y equals to a, and x equals to b. These are exceptions that I told you right now. I told you you will have some exception. Otherwise, you will need to have at least 2 points to draw a graph. Like y equals to a is meaning what? Y equals to a is like y equals to 2. X equals to b like x equals to, let's say, -3. I'm giving an example only. Now, to draw your graph, you are going to have there and then let's draw there. Okay. And then you say so. Now, when you check it, is there any value of x here? No. Means that this graph is not going to definitely pass through x-axis. Then you do so, you find then you say so, you find there's a 2 there that's going to be here to approximately here. Then it's not going to pass through y-axis, it's going to be like this. That's going to be y equals 2x. Okay, and then this one, can you see any value about y-axis? No. So then that's not going to be on the y then. So find the -3 on the x-axis. Let's say approximately is here. That will be -3. Then your line is going to be this. These are exceptions. All right. These are exceptions. See, I don't have any 2 points, 3 points, nothing. I don't need to use any table method or that, nothing. You just place them. And teachers generally they give you like 1 mark for this question, or maybe maximum 2 marks. I don't think they give you 3, 4, 5 marks, something like that. Gia, do you have any question? Okay, perfect, perfect. Let me write one more question here. Okay, I'm going to write another question. Let's say x equals to negative, no, positive. Let's say 3, 4. Now, uh, Gia, tell me if I make any mistake, that's going to be somewhere here, isn't it? Somewhere here. Oh, perfect. No. Remember I told you, these are common mistakes that students do that. They do those mistakes lot. So what I do, just find there for better to draw by the ruler, right, for you when you're writing it. Because sometimes you put there is not going to be proper and the teacher might break your mark. All right, so any question about here? I'm going to pass to the next question. Perfect. If you say yes, no, that means you're not sleeping at least. Okay, so I'm going to, this is an easy question. I'm going to leave this question to you to solve it. You're sending me immediately after the lesson today, like this question especially. Okay, easy one, very easy one. I left this to you. And the next question. All right, I'm going to solve this, of course, and leave you some other questions too. I will definitely leave you some questions. I made it. All is there. You'll see like maybe 3, 4 questions at least I have for you. Okay, for this one. Now, you tell me which method do you want me to do first? I'm going to show you by the both method, but you tell me which one do you want me to do first? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to send you the PowerPoint presentation already. So basically, you will get from there and solve it and send it to me. For now, just focus on the next question, which is this. Okay. So now what I said, you can give any value, but I prefer you to give -1, 0, and 1. But remember, any value. You tell me now which values do you want to give. 0 should be there. Should be there for us to see if it is going to pass through origin or not. Just put, and it's easy. It's very easy. Tell me now what other value do you want? And I prefer one negative, one positive. Remember I told you should put one negative, one positive. Tell me now what value do you want? Tell me any value. -1, 1. Okay, let me do like that. Put -1 and 2 here. Just for you to see, you are going to get definitely the same line. And nothing is going to change. Now, I say y equals to 2 times -1, -3. I just place the -1 into the instead of the x into the equation. That will be here from integers, 2 times -1, -2, -3. Then from integers, you see integers will be everywhere. I told you even when I was explaining it. I got the value of y as -5. Before you forget and do anything, just place that value here, -5. Straight. Then carry on. The next one, you put 0. Y equals to 2 times 0 minus 3. Honestly, will be 0 here. Y is going to be -3. Now again, before confusing anything, just place the value there. Then the next one, which gives me y equals, I said put 2 there. There is a 2 already. Let me put 4, let's say. Look, nothing is going to change. I just want to change the number. You can change any number. You can put any number, but the easiest one, -1, 0, 1. That's the easiest one. Just I want you to see if I put different one, something change or not, it's wrong. But then 4. Now you say so, y equals to 2 times 4 minus 3. Here will be 8, y equals to 8 minus 3, which is going to be 5. Now I got 5. Put there 5 straight. Okay. The next step, you are going to find the point. I mean that, like for this point, this is -1 to 5. All right. And this point is 0 to -3. And this point is 4, 5. Another next step, we are going to place them. Let's place them, which is going to be -1 to 5, -1 to 5, which is going to be here. And another point will be 0 to -3. 0 to -3 will be here. Yeah. Yeah. And then next step will be 4 to 5. 4 to 5. Okay. -1 to -5. Gia, can you tell me what is the problem here? What I did there? Let me put this one, 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is here, 4 to 5 here. Gia, did I do anything wrong there? Gia, is there any point like this? Should I draw like this? Something like this or what? Tell me something. If I made some mistake or what? Did you see the mistake? Did you see? Excellent. Okay, just I placed the point wrong, nothing else. So we saw that already, which is going to be here, -1 to -5 here. And then the last step, we are going to combine them by a straight line, which is going to be something like this. Oh, sorry, I tried to do my best, but remember I told you use a ruler. See, Now, I'm going to save this image. You will see that one too. And I'm going to now solve by the intercept method to show you that the shape is going to be exactly like this. Graph is not going to change at all. Nothing will change. Okay, so I'm going to draw it if you don't have any question. See, the numbers that I chose is these, like 4. That's why I got from 1 point here, 1 point here, and 1 point here. That's the only reason. Otherwise, if you put a negative 1, 0, 1, it's going to be much easier. If you points are just close to each other, combine and finish it. That I so chose by myself. But for the next question, I'm going to choose only those 3 easy ones. I'm not going to use weird numbers, just to show you. When you even use weird numbers, you will get the same graph, nothing else. Do you have any question about this? I want to just solve by the intercept method too. No question, right? Perfect. Then the next question, the next method will be intercept method. You let x equals to 0. I love this method. I love it. You let y equals to 0. Then you say so. Y equals to 2 times 0 minus 3. So it will be 0. Y equals to negative 3. Before I pass to this, I'm going to write my point immediately. I got x to 0, okay, 0, 2, and then y then negative 3, negative 3. And then I will pass to solve this question. So, there's a y1. That will be 0 equals to 2x minus 3. Then I will need to use the linear equation. This to there will be 3 equals to 2x. Then you divide it by 2 both of sides. You either cancel over 2 or say 3 divided by 2. Both the same. Over 2 and divided by 2, the same thing. I will write that x equals to 1.5. Now, my point for here is going to be 1.5, 2, 1.5 is 0. Okay, let's place them. That's 0 to negative 3. That's here. Yeah. And then the other one up to negative 1, 0. Gia, you're not saying anything to me? I'm waiting for you. You see that? What I placed? I placed in the wrong place. Just watch how it goes. Okay. So then now what will happen is here. Okay. Well, excellent. Okay. Then the last step, I'm going to combine to each other. Oh, that's going to be like this. It's exactly the same thing of what we did in just previous solution. Y equals to 2x minus 3. That's going to be your final answer. See, for me, as I said, this is much easier because I do only 2 operations, nothing else. I put the x equals to 0 and I put the y equals to 0. Then I try to find the other method. I do nothing else. But he said for you, table method is 0. Go for that. You should know both of them because remember I told you, they may ask you, they may specify, they say solve by the table method or by intercept method, something like this. You must know both of them. All right, Gia. Any questions, Gia? Good. Okay, let's go. Next question. You see, for some questions, Gia, good, perfect. For some questions, Gia, you cannot use the intercept method, such as this question. Why? Because look, if you put there, you say let x equals to 0, you are going to have, okay, y equals to 5 times 0, y is 0. There is no problem. You get 0 to 0. It's okay. But when you say let y equals to 0, that's the problem. Because you get that 0 equals to 5x X will be, you can divide both sides by 5 or say over 5. X will be 0, 2. What you got? You got 0, 0. Basically, you get only 1 point. Remember, I told you, except that question that I show you, X equals to 5, Y equals to 3, something like this. Except those ones, you cannot draw any graph with 1 point. Because let's say, okay, it's 0 to 0 is here, no problem. But then, wow, it's going to be like this or like this or like how? Infinity ways. So you cannot use intercept method here. Then. This is the exception. Now you will have to use the what's called the table method already. Okay, let's go with the table method. I'm going to just give my normal simple numbers. I'm not going to try any like extra stuff that's for something. Is that okay for you? Or do you want to choose any number? You want to go with our normal numbers or you want to choose some numbers? 3, yeah? 3 is better. See, 2 is okay too, but 3 to make sure is exactly right. Okay, you didn't say anything, so then I'm going to carry on with my numbers, like normal, simple one. -1, 0, 1. Easily. Look, I'm repeating. No one can tell you, hey, why you use this number, hey, why you use this number. No. He's not doing anything wrong. You can choose any number. I can't tell you, you need to choose exactly this number. No. Choose just simple numbers, which are those numbers, and carry on. Y equals to 5 times -1. Y is going to be -5. Finished. That will be there -5. Straight right there. Then y equals to 5 times 0. Y equals to 0. Put there 0. Y equals to 5 times 1. Y equals to 5. Put there 5. Done. Done. There's another important one. Remember, write the point. This point is -1 to -5. This point is 0 to 0. This point is 1 to 5. Place them. -1 there. Where is -1? Here. -5 here. Okay. This is the first point there. Second point, 0 to 0 here. Third point, 1 to 5 here. So your graph is going to be something like this. Okay, the shape is going to be, graph or something like this. I'm trying to draw properly. That's good. Y equals 5. Finished. You're done. Let's say this is 5 marks. 1, 2, 3. I would give this section 1 mark and this section 1 mark. That's 5 marks. Could be 4 marks even, but as I said, I would give like this 5. Solution of this one, solution of this one, and the drawing one side 1. 5 marks. Any question, Gia? Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, Gia, this question, homework for you. Y equals to 5 minus x. You have not 2 questions. 2 questions for you, homework. And the next question. This one. Okay, let's go. See, this one I want to solve for you. Then I will have some other homework for you. Now, I'm going to use the table method. Is that okay for you? You want me to use the intercept method or table method? You tell me. You prefer the method, then I solve for you. Table. Okay, let's choose table method. Look, when you are given values, remember I told you, the values are up to you. I said the easiest numbers are -1, 0, and 1. But, for this question, I got something there, x over 2. Why I don't choose -2, 0, and 2? Why I chose -2? Because if I put a -1 and 1, I'm going to need to deal with fraction numbers. Do I have to do that one? No. Then choose -2 and 2. Easier to just make solution easier. You see what I mean? These are up to you totally. Let's put it. -2. Y equals 2. But I'm still telling you, you still can choose -1, 0, 1. You say -1/2 minus 3. You deal with fraction numbers, but no need to have headache. Just choose -2, 0, 2. Even you can say -4, 0, 4. Just to choose a number that is dividing by 2, and you get a whole number. A number which is divisible by 2 indeed. -2/2 minus 3. That will give me -1 minus 3. I'm using integers if you know the right. Integers are going to be everywhere. I'm repeating this. You will see everywhere this. And then the next question, next one, y equals to 0/2 minus 3. That will be 0 here, and that's minus 3, which is going to be here. If you notice, I'm just placing the values as I found it. Just finding, placing, finding, not confusing. And another one, 2/2 minus 3, which is going to be 1 minus 3, which gives me -2. Place it immediately, -2. Okay, another step is going to be that writing the points. The point of the first one, -2 to -4. Second one, 0 to -3. Third one is going to be 2 to -2. And the next step, we are going to place them on the coordinate system. Let's change color. Okay, -2 to -4, -2 to -4. Is there any problem on doing like this? If you find something mistake, let me know. Huh? And then that will be 0 to -4, 3, and the other one 2 to -2, which is here. Did I do any mistake there? Anything wrong there? Perfect. Everything's right. Huh? So now I didn't make a mistake. Oh, good time. So then I place there. Let's choose this color. Good color. I like this color. Okay. So just combine them. You're not doing anything else. Just combine them. That will be y equals to x/2 minus 3. Okay. That is all what you need to do. Nothing else. Very easy questions. Very easy method. Next question. Okay. Yeah. Oops, 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 oops. This question number. This type of questions, yeah. Okay, table method is better. What do you say? Is the table method? See, for this, I'm going to show you that the intercept method is much easier than table method. I'm going to solve by intercept method. We are going to solve by table method and send it to me. I will use intercept method. Let x equals to 0, which gives me 3 times 0 minus 2y equals to 6. Here will be 0. -2y equals to 6. You say -2 both sides. Either you say like over -2 or send this -2 to the other side as division. Both the same. So you get there, they simplify to each other. Y will be -3. I use the integers, right? 6 divided by -3, 3. Now this is my first point. I'm going to write it immediately. I got x0 to -3. Then say let y equals to 0. Let y equals to 0. That will be 3x minus 2 times 0 equals to 6. That will be 0. 3x equals to 6. And then over 3, x will be 2. And then this other point will be x2, y0. I got 2 points. Enough for me. I don't need to do any other thing. Just place it. 0 to -3, which is here. 2 to 0, which is here. Then combine them by the straight line. Finished. That will be 3x minus 2y equals to 6. Now, you are going to use table method and send it to me. I want it today or tomorrow, all this. It's only 3 hours so far. I showed you the graph already. Now we are going to check the table method to see is harder than intercept method for this question. Do you have any question about the intercept method for this question? No question. Okay, let's go. The next question. You see, this type of question, what they do is that they want you to place those values even. Like for example, this means you put 0 instead of x, find the value of y, which gives you negative 4 times 0 plus y equals to negative 2. So will be 0. Y will make it negative 2. Y will be negative 2. Sorry. Then will be negative 2. Finished. But here, you have y equals to 2. You put that 2 instead of y. Negative 4 plus 2 equals to negative 2. Integers linear equation will be everywhere coming in seconds. Look, I'm going to use this. I mean, linear equation. Just there as minus 2, a number. Negative 4x equals to, that will be negative 4. And both sides divided by negative 4, x will be 1. Just put there 1. See how easy is it is. Then you put a negative 1 instead of x will be negative 4 times negative 1 plus y equals to negative 2. Isn't this guy going to be positive 4 integer, right? Y equals to negative 2. And then this to there as subtraction is gone. So I got basically negative 6. Integers and linear equation, very important. Negative 6. Okay, so now I will leave this 2 and this bottom table to you. You will need to solve it and send it to me immediately. But do you have any question about it before the lesson finish? I see in our writing means no question, right? Okay, good. Okay, and then this question. I'm going to let you to solve that. Just explain to you. Remember, in one of the presentation, this is your homework. I didn't give too much homework this time. I gave like simple ones. Okay, so do you have any other